Hey everyone, today I'm very excited to do a review of the 1% planner from JustOneClub. So this is a really neat type of planner and I'm always looking for things that are a little different than what I own or what I typically review. So this type of planner is unique in that it is more of a mix of habit tracking, goal setting, and focusing on improving just a little bit each day rather than being a calendar type planner. So I'm really excited to flip through this and show you the inside. Now, a few things before we open it up. It does come with a little rubber band on the outside, so it will keep it shut if you take it with you. You want to throw it in your backpack, your purse, whatever. And it comes with like a really nice cloth cover, so it seems really sturdy. It is a hardcover and it's an A5 size. So what I like about that is it's probably a tiny bit smaller than a medium, but it's not so small you can't write in it. So opening it up here, you've got the intro page, which has space for your name, your contact, and it says, I commit to becoming 1% better every day. And you'll notice at the bottom, it says quarter/year. The reason for that is because this is a quarter planner. It's a 90-day or 13-week planner. And the reason for that is explained on their website. They explain that sometimes it's easier when you focus on things in a shorter amount of time rather than making New Year's resolutions, for example, which is something that I just did, trying to make goals a year in advance. This allows you to really focus on a couple of habits and try to think about things in a shorter time frame. So I know that they're doing a sale right now, which I don't know how long it'll last, but if you buy 3, you get 1 free. So it would allow you to have planners for each quarter of the year. So definitely something to think about. As you get into your planner, there are instructions on how to use this and tips. Now I like the tips. Find a quiet place where you won't be interrupted by others. Putting away your phone is recommended. That is a really good idea. And also it says a good pen can make your writing session more enjoyable. Find your favorite one, which I really like that too. Writing with a nice new pen or an old favorite is really satisfying. So of course I like that. So above it, it gives you instructions on how to use your 1% planner. The first thing you want to do is plan your quarter. You want to write down your objectives and key results in the quarterly OKRs area. And that is something that you really want to think about before you write down those goals, because that's going to be your main focus for the quarter. The next thing that you want to do is write down your habits needed for achieving your quarterly OKRs on your habit tracker. And you want to write down your morning and evening rituals on your ritual card. The next step is to plan your week ahead using the weekly pages, record and reflect on your days using the daily pages, and at the end of the week, allocate 30 minutes to some type of reflection. And it goes into a little bit more detail there, as well as allowing some time at the end of the quarter for reflection. So that's really good. Now, what's also nice about this is much like a book, it is numbered in terms of pages at the bottom. So that is really helpful because you get a table of contents here. You've got the 1% planner instructions, your quarterly OKRs, your quarterly plan, your quarterly review, and then each of the weeks and notes pages. And it tells you in that table of contents where everything is. So it's easy to find it. Now, when I look here, I'm on the quarterly OKRs page. Set your objectives and key results for this quarter. So right here, I see space for 3 objectives. And I think that's nice because sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming to write like 50 goals or something. I did a review of a planner recently that was a really nice planner, but it asked you to write a lot of goals and it felt a little overwhelming. So this is a place where you put your objectives and it allows you some space to sort of track what progress you're making each week, which is really nice. Now you've got your quarterly plan and your quarterly review on the next page, which is nice because it asks you some reflection questions, which allows you to think back and think forward on what you're hoping to achieve. So the first question is, what will you do to make these areas of your life better this quarter? So body and mind, personal growth, working career, fun and enjoyment, family and friends, and romantic relationships are all categories on this page. And then the next page has quarterly review. How have you been this last quarter? So you've got a space for highlights of the quarter, things you're proud of, and things that you find challenging. Moving along, I'm now on the weekly plan page. One thing that I want to note is this does not have a monthly overview. So if you're looking for a planner with a dated or an undated monthly, this does not have that. So if that's a deal breaker, keep that in mind. So this is the weekly page. What will make this week great? And it's got those 6 categories again, and space for you to write down your top 5 focuses. Then for weekly review, it's got a checklist of all of the things that you want to do when focusing on those goals, along with space to write the highlight of the week, the things you're proud of, and the things you find challenging. So it's really nice to have space for the weekly to set things up and to reflect and review at the end. Now, each day has an open spread, meaning Monday has space on the left and the right, and when you turn the next page, it's Tuesday. So every single day has a full spread. That's important to note. So looking at Monday, there's space at the top for you to write the date. You've got a wake up time, sleep time, so you can track your sleep, and a box to check if you did your morning and your evening rituals. There's space for morning thoughts, space for 3 key focuses. So what are the most important things that will move you closer to your goals? And today's learnings. What have you learned today and how will you help apply them in the future? There's space for 3 things that you're grateful for today. And then there's a notes page on the right. So you have all of this open area to write. Each notes page has a try this and a quote at the bottom. So the try this at the top, for example, let someone go in front of you in line, tell your loved ones how much you appreciate them, devote at least 30 minutes to the hobby you're passionate about, lots of little fun things to do there. And at the bottom, different quotes from a lot of different people. So many different really good inspirational quotes throughout this. And I think that these are good quotes. I don't think you'll ever find a planner with a quote on each page where you'll like every single quote, but there are several good ones in here. So that's what the dailies look like. And at the end of all of the dailies, you go right back to the weekly. This time the weekly plan has the 2 highlighted because you're in the 2nd week of your planner. So each of the weeks are the exact same as the one I just described, and you get 13 weeks in one planner. That's it. It's pretty straightforward. The back of the planner has a few more notes pages, which is really nice because sometimes you need to make some additional notes. And then the back also has a folder where you can open it up and you can put any types of important things in there. It's not a huge folder, but it's definitely a space where you could put anything that you would need to fit, like, you know, maybe a small envelope or post-it size. Now this planner also comes with a couple of things. You get a couple stickers, which is nice, but these are the habit trackers that it was talking about. Because it is a 90-day planner, you get 3 of these. So this habit tracker has 6 morning habits, 6 evening habits, and they go for 31 days. I really like the key at the top of this that says completed, partial, skipped, or missed, because sometimes with habit trackers, it feels more like a yes or no. Did you do this or did you not? And maybe you kind of did it. You know, you did partial. So for example, you have a goal to walk 30 minutes every day and you did 20 minutes. Well, you didn't complete it, but you also didn't miss it. So you did partial. So I really like that that is how this is laid out, and you get 1 for every single month that you'll be using the planner. So you get 3 of these. Now you also get these 3 affirmation cards, which I really like. You can write down your affirmations on them, carry them around, maybe stick them on your desk. It's just nice to have these because, you know, might be a little reminder, something that helps you forward if there's something you're really trying to focus on. So I will say that I think that this is a really unique way to focus on something, a specific goal. I almost feel like it's not really a planner. It says a planner, but it feels more like a journal to me, a guided, reflective, goal-setting journal, because, you know, it doesn't have a calendar in it. It doesn't have holidays. It doesn't have your like events, anniversaries, birthdays, things like that. And you could add them, of course, but it doesn't really have that calendar feel. It's got a reflection feel. It's got, I've set these goals. Here are the actions and the items that I'm gonna do to achieve those goals. I'm gonna set my habit tracker to achieve those goals. I'm going to write out affirmations to get to the point that I want to arrive at. And I feel like for me, that feels more like a journal. So that's not bad at all, but this doesn't feel like a planner to me. It feels like a journal. So I think that this is something, if you're thinking about getting this and you're kind of on the fence, instead of getting 4 of them that will last you the whole year, maybe just get 1. I also think that a journal like this, again, I'm saying journal because it really feels like a journal, is good if you have something really specific that you're focusing on. So I guess we all make goals throughout the year, New Year's resolutions, we're trying to get things done, accomplished, but if there is something you are super intent on finishing, or a project that you're working on, some really intense habits that you're trying to focus on, or goals, this could be something that's excellent to use. And maybe this is something that 1, you use temporarily, you use 2 of these to get to your goal, or 2, you could use this in addition to your regular planner. So just something to think about. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. I think it's a really beautiful planner journal. I think it could be a great gift for somebody if they're looking for something that could help them improve their goals or help them set up their objectives and think about what they want for themselves in the future. It's really nicely structured and it feels like it's a really sturdy and good quality planner. One last thing actually that I did forget to mention about this planner that I really like is that it doesn't come with 1 or 2. It comes with 3 ribbons on the inside, which is really nice because maybe you want to refer back to those goals and objectives you set at the beginning, but you need 1 of these on the notes pages in the back and 1 of these on where you currently are in the planner. I think that that's really nice that it has all of that. So anyway, it's a great planner, great journal, a great option, and you'll have to let me know if this is something that you think you would use or you don't think that it would fit your needs. If you're interested in purchasing one of these planners, check out my link below in the description and let me know if you have any questions about it. Anyway, let me know what you think, and if you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.